Yo, let me get some likes so we can get this thing going. We got to get some likes. I want to know that everybody that's in here waiting right now is ready for the insaneness that is 2022 NFL Prizm. Let's go hit that like button for me right now. Don't waste another second. Where's everybody at? Hit the like button. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Everybody hit it. Maybe share the stream with a friend or something as well. All right, why don't we get going now? What is going on, everybody? Welcome into another break. We're feeling real good tonight. We're always feeling good, though. Always feeling good. How about everybody else out there? How about everybody else out there? I can't believe we have 8 people watching and I only have 5 likes on the break. Insanity, if you ask me. Insanity. What do we have going on today, ladies and gentlemen? We have a first off the line 2022 Prizm box. Woo! E-Man, yep, already full. Already filled up. So far, I've seen mixed reviews. I have seen some boxes that are absolute bangers, and I have seen other boxes that people are like, that didn't go over well. Now, the Prizm boxes we did last year were not bad. Some of them were not bad. So we're going to keep our fingers crossed. The box has already been tapped. Daughter Swag took care of that already. She's been hot with the taps lately. Hopefully we keep that going tonight. I think, 3 of our last 5 breaks now? 3 of our last 5, 3 of our last 6 breaks, we've hit case hits. We've had a 1-of-1 pop up recently as well. First off the line boxes, 12 packs, 12 cards per pack, 2 autographs. One of the autograph is going to be a first off the line exclusive shimmer autograph numbered to 35 or less. And then 2 of the inserts, 2 of the Prizm inserts, the 10 numbered Prizms, 2 of those are going to be exclusive shimmer inserts numbered to 35 or less as well. So, yeah, we're going to just hope it's a good evening. We're just going to hope that it's a really good evening. Let's take a quick look at everybody that is in tonight's break. We've got Nick, Jaden, Anthony's got a couple spots. Luis has got a couple of spots. Brad, good to see Biz back in a break. Steven's got a couple of spots. Taylor and Matt, I don't know why I always say Matt, I don't know why I said Matthew. Taylor and Matt hopping back in a break with us. Duran, Ben, Brendan, James Dennison, and then Casey Sullivan. Love it. Absolutely love it. We've got the names already loaded into the randomizer as well, but you know that before we do that, we have got to roll that dice. So let's go ahead and move this box to the side real quick. A little bit of a different angle with the camera tonight. I did something a little bit different with it. We'll see how it plays out, okay? I'm sitting at kind of a weird angle to make it work, but hey, whatever the nation wants and needs. This is a 3, as you can see. We've got a 3 on the dice tonight, which means we're going to hit this randomizer 3 different times. Let's go ahead and do that right now and get these random teams in there to everybody. 1, 2, and 3. Boom. We're going to copy those. Head back on over to our spreadsheet. I went to the wrong spreadsheet. Let me go back to the right one. We're going to paste those names in there. And then let's go ahead and head back on over to the spreadsheet, and we'll show everybody who they got for their next teams We've got Nick with San Francisco and Denver, Jaden, the Jets and Philly, Anthony with Pittsburgh and Dallas, Luis with Detroit and Carolina, Brad, Seattle and Miami, Brian, the Chargers in Arizona, Steven with Washington and Kansas City, then his random teams of Cleveland and Baltimore. Luis with his second spot gets Green Bay and Las Vegas, Taylor with Cincy and Houston, Matt with New England and Indy, Duran with Atlanta and the Giants, Ben with Nolans and Tampa Bay, Brendan with Buffalo and Minnesota, James, Tennessee and Chicago, Casey, Jacksonville, and the L.A. Rams. All right, we've got everything that we need to officially get this break going. What do you guys think? Hit the like button for me. Drop some fire in the chat, because I think what we need to do is just speak it into existence. If we put fire in the chat, fire is going to come out of the box, right? That's just how things work. I believe it is. Also, after the break is done, stick around for a couple of minutes. I just want to chat with y'all. I just want to chat with everybody. Stick around for a couple of minutes. Let's chitty chat. I want to give you guys an update on a couple of things, ask you guys a couple of questions, maybe get your thoughts on a couple things as well. So when the break is done, just stick around for a few minutes and hang out. Why wouldn't you want to hang out with me for a few minutes anyway, huh? Huh? Why wouldn't you? I know I would want to. There we go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. You know, one thing I have never, so out of a Prizm, I've been drinking apparently. Out of a Prizm box, I have never pulled, wait a second. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. Why were they all? Like one stack is higher than the others. It's weird. What up, Briz? I have never pulled a case hit out of Prizm. And your case hits are going to be a couple of different things. Did I leave it up on my phone? There we go. So your case hits are going to be the Color Blast. So I don't know if you've seen those before, but it's like it's an all-white background, but then it's got like, it's almost like, you know, like those fun runs you do where they like the color runs. It's like the colors like bursting behind them. So those are super short prints that people really look after. So those are case hits. And then people also look at the Instant Impact, the Manga, and the Stained Glass. And then there's also a short print called Profiles. So there's a few short prints to run after. One thing I love about Prizm, colors. Lots of colors, numbered cards. The question is who is going to be on those? And one thing I've also never pulled, I've never pulled like an RPA out of Prizm. I've only pulled autographs. I've never pulled an RPA. There are some RPAs in here. So let's go ahead and hop into it, peeps. Let's go ahead and hop into it. All right. And we're going to go, I'm going to do it a little bit differently tonight. So there's our silver Emmitt Smith. We've got DJ Moore, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Joe Burrow, Travis Kelce, Barry Sanders, Darrell Henderson, Terry Bradshaw. Our rookies from the back are Kayvon Thibodeau and Treylon Burks. Looks like we might already have our first hit. First up, an orange Shaquille Leonard. Numbered 23 of 249. First pack, first hit. Would you look at that? First pack and first hit. Hold on a second. Let me mess with... Just a second. Let me mess with the... focus here. Just a minute. That's worse. That's worse. Way worse. I can't find the sweet spot. Maybe I just need to come a little bit closer. Wait, was that it? Wow, I can't. Is that better? Wow, I cannot find... I gotta come like really close with them right now. And then our first hit, 342. It's gonna be Kyle Hamilton, 3 of 5. Green Shimmer. So this is the first off the line exclusive Green Shimmer. That's gonna go to Steven Siciliano. That is numbered 3 of 5. Nice shoddy there. Shoddy's like a melody in my head. Good start to the evening. Good start to the evening. Not a huge name by any means, but hey, we got a first rounder. Kyle Hamilton, 3 of 5. There you go, Steven. Congratulations on the nice hit. Three of 5, Green Shimmer. Shaquille Leonard, that's for Indianapolis, for Matt. And a silver Emmitt Smith, which will be for Dallas. Heading on over to Anthony Denicola. All right, so that was one of our shimmers. So we'll have 2 normal shimmers left. Base, Anquan Bolden, Kareem Hunt, Justin Tucker, Stephen Gilmore, Stephon Gilmore, Dan Marino, Mecole Hardman, Teddy Bruschi, Elijah Mitchell. Rookies from the back. Roger McCreary. Pierre Strong. We got an orange shimmer for the Cardinals, right? Kyler Murray. And a silver Mac Jones. Numbered 30 of 60. So this is not one of the shimmers. This is an orange wave. Kyler Murray for Arizona. That's going to go to my man Briz. And a silver Mac Jones for New England to Matt. Base, Emmitt Smith, Terrace Marshall Jr., Kyler Murray, Derwin James, Laramie Tunsil, Devontae Adams, Vince Young. From the back, rookies, Evan Neal, Garrett Wilson, Pat Freiermuth, a brilliant insert of Justin Herbert. Blue Dolphins. This might be one of the shimmers of Jalen Waddle. Second year, Jalen Waddle. Numbered 18 of 25. Ooh, one off the jersey match. One off the jersey match. What up, Gary? I was actually, this was something I was going to talk to everybody at the end today, but I was looking through like a list of people who haven't been in breaks in a while, and I saw your name, and I thought to myself, I wonder where Gary's been. What's going on? Jalen Waddle, shimmer, 18 of 25 for Miami. That's going to be going to Brad Booth. Second year, Jalen Waddle. But if you get an autograph from a player on card, how does it affect its price? It could only go up, right? That on the card. Oh, so like an on card. Typically, people do... They do like to pay more. They will pay a little bit of a premium for on-card autographs. Yes. Yes. People normally like to see those over the stickers. Kyle Pitts. David Njoku. Ed Reed. What up, Luis? Javon Holland. Juju. Damian Harris. Chris Godwin. Nick Mangold. We've got a silver brilliance insert of Jonathan Taylor there on top. From the back, Tristan Ebner, rookie. Trey McBride, rookie. And we have an orange Colts on the back. Rookie, Jelani Woods. For Indianapolis, for Matt LaPara, that is 122 of 249. Rookie, Jelani Woods. And nice to see him have a big season. I think he is definitely capable of it. And then the brilliant insert of Jonathan Taylor, also going to Matt. What up, Steven? Going a little downtown hunting. I'm trying to work on a case of blasters for us and see if I can get it under retail price. Retail price, you're looking about $25.99. $25.99. I'm looking at trying to get us some. Lockdown Shaquille Leonard, silvered insert right there. We got Josh Allen, Russell Wilson, Brian Burns, Ramondre Stevenson, LaDainian Tomlinson, Rex Burkhead, Eli Manning, Antonio Winfield Jr. From the back, rookies, Aiden Hutchinson for Detroit. Jalen Petrie. And then this might be our last shimmer here, a red shimmer. Of Donovan Peoples-Jones. It is number 28 of 35 for the Cleveland Browns. That's going to be also for Steven. Steven getting 2 of the 3 shimmers. That is now all of our exclusive shimmers. So those are done for now. We're still hunting for one insert, or not one insert. We're still looking hunting for one hit. And then we also are hunting for, obviously, case hits, 101s, things like that. Who knows? Maybe the other hit in here is going to be like an RPA. Would love that. Denzel Ward, Devin Singletary, Javonte Williams, Marcus Allen, Jacoby Myers, Antonio Gates, Dallas Goedert, and Curtis Samuel. They're so far behind on production that they're already already missing guys in their new jerseys for next year. Tyquan Thornton. Jordan Davis for the rookies in the back. Our numbered Prizm in this pack is going to be the Vikings. It's going to be TJ Hawkinson for the Vikings. That is going to be number 25 of 25. So wait, we got an extra shimmer. We got an extra shimmer. We were supposed to get 2. We've got 3. And then there's supposed to be one shimmer autograph. And we got that one. So we actually, instead of 2 shimmer inserts, we've got 3 so far. That's going to be for the Minnesota Vikings. For Brendan. Then you know it's rigged. Could you imagine? James Conner, Tyler Boyd, Roger Staubach, Hunter Renfrow, Peyton Manning, Zach Thomas, Devontae Smith. Rookies from the back, Khalil Shakir, Brian Cook, and then, oh, wait a second. We got a Fireworks Tom Brady insert. We got someone from the JETS Jets. It's not a rookie, though. It's going to be Corey Davis. Number 28 of 199. 28 of 199. A little light blue wave action there for the New York Jets. That's going to be heading out to Jaden. Looks like we have a cracked ice coming up. Jeremy Chen, Marquise Brown, Jesse Bates, Brandon Cooks, Darren Waller, Reggie Wayne. Rookies from the back, Rashad White, Kyler Gordon. Oh, I didn't take enough cards off the top. Jalen Hurts. A hype Javonte Williams, silver Javonte Williams hype insert. That's going to be headed over to Denver for Nick Granich. And then the cracked ice is going to be for the Eagles. Rookie Carson Strong. Well, that's too bad. Cracked ice Carson Strong for Philadelphia. This is numbered to 225. That's going to be headed off to Jaden. The Javonte hype is not numbered. Make sure. Briz, the first off the line boxes should not be uneven with the shimmers. They should not be uneven with the shimmers. Because those are supposed to be specific. That's not like when you look at hits and it says you get X amount of hits per box on average. That's not what the shimmers are. So the first off the line box guarantees that you get 1 shimmer autograph and 2 shimmer inserts. So it shouldn't be off because those are guarantees. Those are not on average, where yes, you might see a box get averaged out and maybe another one gets too many or something like that. So those shouldn't be uneven. That's just Panini quality control there, which normally sucks, but this time worked in our favor. And we have an emergent Kenny Pickett for Anthony. Lamar, Robbie Anderson, DJ Chark, Kirk Cousins, Chris Jones, Aaron Rodgers, Chris Johnson, TJ Watt. Pulling from the back, Chris Olave rookie. Ooh, Kenny Pickett rookie. All right, Kenny Pickett pack. Kenny Pickett pack. Rookie, Dax Hill. This is another shimmer, it looks like. 23 of 25, jersey match. 23 of 25, jersey match. Dax Hill going to Cincinnati for Taylor. So yeah, we've got 4 shimmers, and we were only supposed to get 2. So let me find these other ones here real quick. That was a wave. That was not. Yeah, so we got the Jalen Waddle shimmer. Future of the league. We got the Jalen Waddle shimmer. The shimmers are supposed to be numbered to 35 or less. 18 of 25 for the Jalen Waddle shimmer there. Then we've got Donovan Peoples-Jones. This one is 28 to 35. Then we've got TJ Hawkinson. First off the line shimmer, 25 of 25. And then we've got the jersey match, Dax Hill. '23 jersey match out of 25. So we've gotten 4. We got 4 shimmer inserts, and we were only supposed to get 2. And then we got our Kyle Hamilton shimmer autograph. Oh, and we got a couple Kenny Pickett's. We got a sleeve up here real quick. Getting ahead of myself. Itches. We got 3 packs left. We're still chasing one more hit, and then who knows, maybe there is something else big lurking with inside the packs. Let's see here. Ooh, we got a camo, it looks like. Oh, we got a camo and we got our autographs. We got a camo and an autograph there. Trey Hendrickson, J.K. Dobbins, Zeke, Trevor Lawrence, Dalvin Cook, L'Jarius Sneed, Brandon Ayuk, silver John Lynch, pulling from the back, Nick Bonito, and Sauce Gardner. Camo of Terrace Marshall Jr. for Carolina. That's going to be going to Luis. This one is numbered 11 of 15. 11 of 15. The digital camo Terrace Marshall Jr. If he's the wide receiver 1 this year and maybe has himself a little bit of a bigger year, could be a nice card to hold on to. Have some Carolina fans jump at it at the end of the year. $11 of 15. And then we've got an autograph here. Is it Sauce Gardner? Oh, Almond Green. Little throwback here. Sensational signatures for the Green Bay Packers going to Luis. Congratulations. Congratulations, Luis. Jersey match and last name match, anybody? Ooh. This is number 15 out of 75. 15 out of 75. I know everybody obviously is chasing rookies, but I don't mind like good old school signatures, especially like this. Look at that signature. Look at that signature. And then you got the green color match for the jersey and the name. That's a horrible joke, but I'm still going to roll with it. And you can't tell me otherwise. All right, so there's our second autograph. See if there's anything crazy maybe hiding in these last few packs here. Joe Mixon, AJ Terrell, Myles Garrett, Allen Robinson, David Carr, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and Jameis Winston. From the back, Hassan Haskins, Charles Cross. I don't think I pulled enough from the front. A silver rookie of Nick Bonito. Ooh, what do we got here? What do we got here? Not a rookie from Washington. Curtis Samuel. Okay. Going to Washington. What's this number to? 87 of 175. Luis, you're welcome. Oops, my bad. All right, last pack for the box. TJ Hawkinson, Jamar Chase, Grady Jarrett, Aaron Jones, oops, Cooper Kupp, Andre Johnson, Lawrence Taylor, John Lynch. Rookies, Christian Watson, Montreal, Washington. We got a blue cracked ice here for the Saints. Rookie, no, Jameis Winston. Blue cracked ice, numbered 62 of 99. That's going to be for Nollins for Ben Desmond. So, in terms of the box tonight, I'd say a B. I mean, honestly, I've seen boxes that were way worse, and I've seen boxes that were better. You know, getting a few extra first off the line shimmers, even though there was no huge names, I think is always nice to have when you get a few extra of those. So got a nice autograph of Green, numbered to 75. We got the first off the line shimmer, 3 of 5 of Kyle Hamilton. And then we got Dax Hill, TJ Hawkinson, Donovan Peoples-Jones, Jalen Waddle, all numbered to 35 or less. Terrace Marshall Jr. was numbered 11 of 15. A couple of Kenny Pickett RCs there. Jameis Winston, cracked ice. Silver Nick Bonito. Curtis Samuel. John Lynch, Hype Silver, Javonte Williams, Cracked Ice, Carson Strong, Corey Davis, Blue Wave, Lockdown Silver, Shaquille Leonard, Brilliant Silver, Jonathan Taylor, Jelani Woods, orange, number to 249. Mac Jones, silver. Kyler Murray, wave, number to 60. Emmitt Smith and Shaquille Leonard, number to 249. Anthony, that's the way Prizm is. Prizm is a massive set. Is a 400 base set. And there are just so many variations. So many variations. Prizm is always like that. Prizm is always like that because of how massive it is. If the set itself wasn't so freaking big, it would be a lot. It would be a lot better. It would look a lot better. But because it's so huge, it's darn near impossible to have those type of like insane boxes like we've seen with some of the smaller ones. So that's just the way Prizm is. Prizm's just a huge set. And again, then when you factor in, again, and part of the reason that makes it so alluring as well is the fact that you've got so many different colors, and you've got camos, and you've got cracked ice, and you've got wave, and you got shimmer. And I mean, a good thing about Prizm too is people like to chase it when they put together rainbows. If people do rainbows, they like to try and do Prizm. So it's a massive set. So Prizm is always going to be highly volatile, and it's the reason why you get so many cards in a box as well, because of how freaking massive it is. So first off the line boxes, I had this conversation the other day. Stay in chat. Everyone stay in chat. We got 15 people watching right now. Hang out for a little bit, chat with me, ask some questions. So as far as first off the line boxes, I don't know if I'm going to go with any more. It's all going to depend upon the price. Now, the reason I wanted to go with the first off the line Prizm was because it's Prizm. And Prizm is like the number one, right? When you look at cards that hold the most value, Donruss Optic and Prizm are going to be the two that are up there. They're going to be two that are up there. So that's the reason why I wanted to do first off the line Prizm. The other reason was because of the price point. I was hoping it would get under $1,000, and I knew it wasn't going to. We ended up hitting that. But again, because lots of numbered cards and stuff like that, I think when you invest in Prizm, you've got a shot. But again, it's highly volatile. So I said, okay, let's go first off the line Prizm. I did do first off the line Obsidian. First off the line Obsidian, I did do that because I love Obsidian. Obsidian is such an underrated product to pull, but again, it's a 7-card box. I did do first off the line Obsidian. I probably won't do any more first off the line. The market right now for boxes is kind of in disarray, to be honest with you. It is really, really hard to figure out what is happening. It's really hard to figure out what's happening with boxes right now. Select actually is not nearly as big as it used to be. For all the card groups that I'm in, it's really the same thing. Select used to be on the same tier as Prizm, and it's not anymore. It's like a 1B. Your Donruss Optic and your Prizm are 1A, then your Select and Mosaic are like a 1B. People are not nearly as into Select as they used to be, which is shocking, but that's a general consensus. I see those comments all of the time now. But boxes are in disarray right now. They are very, very hard to figure out. Because there for a while, the first off the line boxes, you could really get a sense of where they were going to sell out at. Because keep in mind, with first off the line boxes, it is a Dutch auction format. So they set a high and they set a low. So like for the Prizm boxes, They started at $2,000 and they went to $500. Okay? When they sell out, they sell out. Price drops every 5 minutes. So it's a guessing game on how much you're going to pay for first off the line boxes. And for the longest time, first off the line boxes, you could get a really good feel for the price that they would sell out at when you would look at what pre-order prices are for the regular hobby boxes. So go to a Dave & Adams, a Blowout, a Midwest Cards, places like that. Future of the League. Go to places like that and you can see what the pre-order is for boxes of cards. And then you get a really good sense of those first off the line boxes are probably going to get close to that. And that was always a really good gauge for when they would go out and when they wouldn't go out. Okay? Because Select Hobby is still second most valuable. Like hobby boxes, like in terms of expense, Select cards are not nearly as sought after as they used to be because they have done so much retail over the last couple of years. And again, I'm in like 5 or 6 card groups. A couple of them have 70,000 plus, a couple of them have 60,000 plus, and I see the comments all the time. Select is not nearly as valuable as it used to be, which sucks because I like Select. I like ripping Select. It's fun. But it's not nearly as valuable as it used to be. Always transparent. Darth, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Ben. I don't know why I called you Darth. We're on a first name basis now. But anyway, so that was always a really good gauge for first off the line boxes. So, but then we're seeing like an odd place in the market because 2022 product was down. Like, boxes got super cheap, like middle of the season, because none of your quarterbacks were doing anything. Rookie quarterbacks drive the hobby. 2023 product is going to be insane, especially if we see 4 quarterbacks in the top 10. If Anthony Richardson goes number 1 overall, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young are in the top 5, Will Levis goes top 10, add in Bijan Robinson, 2023 product is going to be ridiculous. It's going to be ridiculous because those quarterbacks are going to drive it again. Especially if we get to the start of the season and those quarterbacks are doing extremely well. And it's part of the reason we've seen a bounce back in 2020 product being so freaking expensive is because Jalen Hurts broke out this year. Tua broke out this year. You've still got Joe Burrow in the class. You still got Justin Herbert in the class. So that's why 2020 product is still so freaking expensive, because everyone wants to chase after the guys that they've seen do it. But in 2023, they're going to want to chase after the guys and get a hold of those cards beforehand, because they're going to want to get them. They're going to want to get them graded, and then when they go crazy, they're going to want to sell them for crazy prices. Okay? So, as you look at it, 2022 product took a huge dip in the middle of the year because Kenny Pickett wasn't even playing at one point and wasn't playing well. So none of the rookie quarterbacks were doing anything. So 2022 product took a huge hit. So when it took that hit, we saw the prices start to drop, and they got super cheap. I mean, if you guys remember in the middle of the season, we were doing breaks for $25, $30, $35. Okay? A spot for 2 teams. Then Brock Purdy came out of nowhere, and now everybody was chasing 2022 product because they wanted Brock Purdy cards. And the market shot back up. So now it was super expensive to get boxes again. And then Purdy gets hurt in the playoffs, and it's not even going to be guaranteed that he plays at the start of next year. He could be back, but we don't know yet. Is he going to be the starter? Trey Lance is still there. But with all those uncertainties, we haven't seen 2022 products start to drop back down. It's still staying relatively expensive, and you could see that with this. But here's where the validity comes into it, where we're like, what is going to happen? Because this Prizm box, pre-orders for normal Prizm hobby boxes were like $750. Okay? After talking in a couple of Discords and looking in groups, I did not think Prizm was going to get under 1,000 because people have been waiting for Prizm. Prizm Christmas? Somebody said it the other day. I can't say it again. Everyone's been waiting for Prizm. So the price, I was like, we're not going to get below $1,000. The box when I bought it was the step below 1,000 and it sold out right after that. So I must have gotten one of the last boxes. With shipping, taxes, I paid over $1,100 for it. And my goal was to be at 1,000. We just didn't get there. So, Gary, email is Kyle, first name Kyle, K-Y-L-E, at thefantasyheadliners.com. Kyle at thefantasyheadliners.com. So we see the boxes go for 1,000. I'm like, all right. So pre-orders are probably going to go up a little bit now because this is where first off the line out. And then all of a sudden, Panini drops Prizm on their website for $650. So they dropped it for $100 less. For $100 less than what it was pre-order originally, and for $350 less, $450 less, no, $350, yeah, $350 dollars less than what first off the line went out for. So now it's like, where's the market going? Like, are we going to stay high? Are we going to go low? Is Prizm being at 650 going to be the beginning of things starting to tear back down? Because now what's going to happen is you're going to see people, especially people who buy hobby boxes for themselves, you're going to see that stop because everybody is going to start waiting for the 2023 product. Because again, 2023 product is going to be nasty, okay? If we want to do 2023 product, y'all better get ready because it's going to be fun and there's going to be a lot of good stuff to get. We're going to have potentially 4 quarterbacks to chase and one of the best running backs that we've seen come out in quite some time. Wide receivers aren't going to be nearly as good as we would like. But that's what you want in the product. You want those top quarterbacks, okay? So I don't know what's going to happen with 2022 product. I don't know if it's going to level out. I don't know if it's going to stay the same. I don't know if we're going to see it start going down. And that's one of the reasons why I'm probably going to stop with first off the line boxes for right now. Because I don't want to have to charge you guys more just for a couple of extra cards that might be exclusive to that box. We could do another Prizm box if we wanted to, and instead of doing $75 a spot, we could do $55 a spot. And honestly, I'm going to be very transparent with everybody right now, okay? At one point in time, I was making anywhere between $100 and $200 a break. Money that I took home after I bought the box, after factoring in penny sleeves, top loaders, shipping, packaging, okay? Money I would take home would be like $100 and $200. And I felt that was decently fair per break because I was seeing other breakers making like $500-$600 a break for themselves. I thought $100 to $200 for myself walking away from the break, I thought that was pretty fair. I am barely breaking even right now. Okay? I want to be transparent with you all. I'm making maybe $30 a break right now. And the reason for that is I don't want the breaks to stop. Okay? I want us to get to, and also, if we're going to do breaks in 2023, with this 2023 product, I want people to come back. Here's my main concern, and this is one of the reasons I wanted everyone to stick around for a couple of minutes, and you're going to see some messages over the coming days, and there might even be a survey coming out that I would like everybody to take if possible. One thing I have seen from our breaks is I've seen this with our breaks. Because what I've seen is a lot of people that get into the breaks and they go absolutely crazy to begin with, and then they find out that it is not sustainable anymore, and then they disappear, which is difficult. Now, there are a few people who have done breaks and done them consistently since I've started doing them. Optio's been there. Luis has been there. Nick is Optio. Luis has been there. Casey has been there. What up, Josh? We're just having some hashtag real talk right now, talking about the market of cards, what's to come, what's going on with headliner breaks and stuff like that. I mean, there's guys that have been in breaks since the very beginning and have done breaks consistently. And for all of them, I greatly appreciate it. That's awesome. But I see a lot of guys hop into breaks and they're up here buying 2-3 spots to start, several breaks at a time. And then all of a sudden they crash and they're like, I can't do it anymore. And unfortunately for me, that puts me in an awkward position, because it's hard for me to gauge the actual interest in the breaks. Now, for me to be almost 2 years into this, because we started headliner breaks July of 21. So we have been there. We've been doing this for almost 2 years. I am super appreciative of that. So everything I'm saying, please do not take it as I don't appreciate anybody, because I honestly never thought we would get this far. I know for sure if Jake's watching right now, no offense, Jake, I know you did not, because when I brought this idea to you, you were super skeptical on it. Jake was kind of against doing this to begin with. And I was like, I'll do it. It's fine. Listen, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to do it. And he was like, as long as it doesn't interfere with the main channel, I don't care. I don't care what you do. Just be careful. Don't lose money. Don't do anything like that. I said, fine. So for us to even be here 2 years later almost is crazy, because I don't think either of us anticipated that happening. So I'm super appreciative of it. But the biggest thing that has been an issue for me since the beginning is trying to gauge what actual lasting interest is. Because I buy these boxes in advance for the most part before I make you guys pay. There have been times where I've bought boxes and breaks have not filled, and it's like, what am I going to do? And it's my own personal money. This is not business money that we are using. This is money that comes out of my account. Okay? I don't know if anybody knew that. This is not business money. This is Kyle money. This is Richardson family money that I buy boxes from. And I have, at this point, I have a fund, a card fund, that I keep replenishing. Like anything that you guys buy, it goes back in there. And like I said, at one point in time, I was kind of figuring out where, depending on how much I took home, $100 to $200 a break, it's not anywhere close to that. I'm barely breaking even right now. So if I were to buy a $700 box and it doesn't fill, that's my money that is now gone. This is not Headliner Breaks is not a business right now. It is a hobby. It is a hobby. Because even for the money that I am making, there's still different things I'm kind of buying in the background to maybe do giveaways with. Maybe, setting a little bit extra aside, because I'm like, all right, I made $100 this break, but I need to take $50 and set it aside because I know that we're going to have a more expensive box coming up. So I could get left in the dust at any point in time. That is the thing that scares me the most, is when I see the validity of our group, where it's like guys will do a bunch of breaks in a row and then they disappear and they're not doing breaks anymore. It's like, okay, is it price? Is it me? Is there something that I can do? Do I need to make the prices cheaper? Do I need to try? And that's one of the reasons why I have been asking everybody to spread the word. Tell your friends. Tell your family. It's one of the reasons right now why I'm doing a giveaway to new people. For those of you that don't know, in the month of March, we're 16 days in and nobody has taken advantage of this. But I've got hanger packs, CeeLo packs left of 2020 Select or 2021 Select and 2020 Prizm. If you have a friend, if you refer a friend and they sign up, pay, and participate in a break, you each get to pick one pack of your choosing. And I send them to you and I let you rip them. These packs are like $35 a pack. These packs are like $23 a pack. And again, this is my own money that I spent, but I'm trying to grow the channel. I'm trying to make it bigger because the more people we have, the more we can do. And I can, at that point, maybe turn headliner breaks from a hobby into a business. And I can start investing in some different boxes and saying, okay, like I messaged a lot of you in Discord the other night, right? I don't know if anyone remembers this, but for those of you that aren't in Discord, I had somebody approach me with a really, really good deal. 2022 Rookies and Stars. They were willing to sell it to me for $300 a box, which is well below not retail price, but hobby prices right now. If this was a flourishing business with tons of people that were signing up and we had enough people that were shifting in and out, because if we have a lot of people signing up for breaks, let's say we have 50 people that want to sign up for breaks. Well, that lets some of you off the hook where maybe you don't feel obligated or you don't feel like, oh, I can't miss this break or I need to take a step back. And then it lets you take a step back and maybe you can take a couple of breaks off and then come back for another break and y'all can start interchanging so all the spots continue to fill. And then if we have like a really good box, for all the people who didn't get in it, they might be like, Kyle, we want another box. Can we get one? And then I can go get one. But for like those Rookies and Stars boxes, those were insane prices. If this was a flourishing business where I had a business account that I was able to use, I could have bought those boxes, sat them off to the side, and maybe when product slows down, we could have done a super cheap break with them that wouldn't have cost anybody but $30 or something like that. Those are the things that we like need to figure out. Is they like to do breaks, but they don't want to pay for Discord. So, Anthony, I get that, but I post the breaks in two separate areas. I post the breaks on Discord, and then I post the breaks on Facebook. I posted this break on Facebook twice, and nobody responded. And another issue is when I post it in Discord, sometimes you guys fill them up. But that's part of the perk of being in Discord. They're not it's not exclusive to Discord, but part of the perk of being in Discord is that you guys get the opportunity to fill them up first. You guys get the opportunity to fill them up first. So I don't want to run a separate Discord, to be honest with you, Ben. I don't. That's why I have the Facebook page. Because then at that point, if people are in the Facebook page, you can sell cards. You can sell cards if you want to. If you're looking to buy cards, you can post in there. That's what I would love to turn it into, is one of these huge pages where even if it's not where people are wanting to do breaks right away, if they're coming there to buy and sell cards and show off their collection, those are potential clients for me. Those are people that I could bring in to do breaks at one point in time. That's what I want that Facebook page to be. Because then if people are looking for cards and they come in there and then they see that I do post a break, They might be like, you know what? Yeah, I've got a few extra bucks. Let me jump in a break right now. And maybe they like it. Maybe they like the way we do things. I think we have a unique system here. Lots of breakers do 32 spots, and then every spot for every team has a different price. I would never fill a break. I can't. I cannot fill a break that way. I would never be able to do breaks if I did it that way. So, to begin with, it was something... To begin with, it was we were always doing random teams, and now I think we have found a really nice kind of in-between of drafting your first team. So you don't get to pick your team right away. So if you're like Brad, I don't know if Brad's out there, but Brad is a Seahawks fan. When he gets sniped for the Seahawks, he always lets that person know how much he hates them, right? So part of it is yeah, you might get the Seahawks, but because we only have 16 spots, more than likely you're still going to get a good team. More than likely you're still going to get a good enough team. So I think that's a really good balance that we have found, and I think that's one that a lot of people would like, because I think something that you guys are seeing as well is that you might hit a nice card from your random team. We've had that happen. I think Steven has had it happen in a couple of different breaks where his random team, he ended up getting a really nice card. I remember it happened a few weeks ago. Anthony wanted to pick Washington. He didn't. Washington got dropped into the randomizer. Anthony ended up getting Washington anyway, and he got that dual jersey card of, who was it? Jahan Dotson and Sam Howell. So I think that's a really nice thing too, because my prices are extremely competitive. If you were to go and look at some of these prices, like if we were to do another box of Prizm, it would be $55 more than likely a spot. And you would get to pick your first team, you'd get a second team at random. If you were to go look at a regular break, if you were to do a break of Prizm, if you wanted like the Steelers, you're paying over $100 for the Steelers. If you wanted one of like the secondary teams, like the Seahawks or something, you might be paying like $75, $65 for them. And then like the Houston Texans are going to be like $15. So if you want one of the good teams, you're going to pay 1.5 times what you would get for the opportunity to draft your team. But on top of that, you're going to get a second team with it. So you're going to get a second team basically for free. So that's one of the reasons I like doing them like that, is because I do think that makes us a little bit more different. And I think I just got 11 requests to join Headliner Breaks. Hold on. I'm going to approve. I don't even know who all these people are. Approve, and approve. Okay. That's funny. Briz, I like those ideas. I would like to get a little bit more creative with it, but the problem is I'm not a full-time breaker. Again, this is a hobby. This is a hobby of mine, right? This is something I'm doing. Number one, I do love, like I've told you guys before, I think I've told you a story before. Some of my, main core memories of my childhood, if my dad's out there, shout out to Papa Rich. Everyone throw a little hashtag Papa Rich in the chat, okay? Shout out to Papa Rich. A lot of my core memories are my dad and I going to card shows on the weekends, or going to different shows where there were people signing autographs. And I've collected, my dad collected Tigers cards, so I did not want to collect Tiger cards. My dad had that down. He's got one of the nastiest Detroit Tiger collections I have ever seen in my entire life, okay? This man's house is like a freaking Detroit Tigers shrine. He's got some of the coolest things I've ever seen for Detroit stuff, okay? So he's got that. All right, he's got that. So I tried to collect like Red Wings stuff. I collected Barry Sanders cards for a while. I collected cards from a game called MLB Showdown. It was like a trading card game. That was like back in the early 2000s that had come out, that like couple of my buddies and I would play that, and I collected those cards. Those are a whole lot of that was a whole lot of fun. So I've collected those. Dad, if you're watching right now, if there's anything else I've collected that I can't remember, let me know. But I did some collecting because we would go. Anthony paid $200 for the Jets in a break, but that was a case break, right, Anthony? That was that wasn't just one box. That was a case, right? And the people who buy the cases can give a little bit better value because they're paying less per box, which is where I would love to be someday. I would love to buy cases because if I buy a case, I can get the boxes cheaper. Okay? Because Panini, those people that are like buyers from them, direct buyers, not the app, but direct buyers, they get a better price per box because they're buying an entire case. Okay, that's what I would like. But card shows and looking through cards and watching my dad collect and me collecting and going to get autographs from people and stuff like that. So I would have to ask my dad if he still has my Red Wings cards. If I had to guess, it was yes. But it was nothing high dollar. There'd be like 25-cent cards in there more than likely. There wouldn't be anything expensive. But that was a big, and when I got older, and then obviously when I moved away and stuff, I kind of stopped doing it. So when the card market exploded again in 2020, I was like, I want to start doing this. I wasn't collecting anything anymore, but my son, when he would get some Pokemon stuff, I love opening Pokemon. Oh, I collected Pokemon too for a while. I forgot about that. So, it was one of I love opening cards, but I'm not going to buy boxes on boxes myself. It's a lot. Listen, if I pull an awesome card, it's your card, but I get just as excited as you. And I don't know if you all can see that and feel that. I don't know if you can feel that energy in the live streams. But that's, I get just as excited as you guys. I love pulling awesome cards for you guys. It's amazing. It's great to see how excited you guys get and to know, Casey, he's got that 1-of-1 Trevor Lawrence I pulled. That's going to be a forever memory of me doing that and getting to hand deliver that card to Casey. When I sent Ben his 1-of-1 Sauce card, that was super cool. Those things are just freaking insane. David, yeah, that's my son's. That I bought that case for him for Christmas. So, and it's started to pass down to my son. He's collecting Aiden Hutchinson now because Hutchinson was his favorite player at Michigan, and he got drafted by his favorite team, so he wants to collect Aiden Hutchinson cards. So my son and I will sit on eBay and we're scrolling looking for Hutchinson cards we want to buy. That stuff's cool. Yeah, Briz, that Gold Herbert was an awesome one that I pulled for you. So we pay you plus a premium for a box or product, and you open it on camera and ship us the cards. Ben, yes, I'm willing to do that 100%. If anybody wants to do that, I will do that. And again, I'll have to charge you a small fee if you want me to do that for you. But there's also a chance I might be able to get the box a little bit cheaper for you than what you might be able to because of what I have set up. Midwest Cards and Dave and Adams, I get discounts from them. I get because I bought so much from them, I get discounts from them.
So I might be able to get, but yeah, if anybody ever had a box and they're like, I really want a box of this, Kyle, what's the price that you could get me and what would you charge? I could let you know. And my charge, I mean, it wouldn't be much. It would definitely have to cover shipping to you. So we're talking, if I have to use a flat rate box, we're probably talking $15. If not, we're talking more along the lines of $8 to $10. Plus for my time, I mean, it might be like a $25 charge or something like that for me to open a box for you. But again, I might get it cheaper for you too, and then you might only be paying like $5 extra in the end or something like that. But this is a lot of fun, and I want it to continue going, and I don't want it to continue going because I want to make a bunch of money doing it. I want to continue doing it because I genuinely like doing it and it's fun. So, okay, so Anthony paid $200 for the Jets for 6 boxes. Okay. That seems about right. But I'm sure like Pittsburgh was, you know, probably double that, probably 400, maybe a little bit less. That's the reason I want to see it keep grow. That's the reason I want to see it keep growing. But that's where I need a lot of help from you guys, because this, one thing that I've learned in the 2 years of doing this, number one, people who have been doing card stuff a long time, excuse me, are assholes. And it's just one of those things where that's just how people are. Okay? They've been doing this forever. They think they know everything. Okay? So it really takes word of mouth to build this up. Because if you all go out and you post, if you're in a Facebook group and you see people talking about breaks, yo, Headliner Breaks on Facebook is always pulling sweet cards. Kyle's got a ton of energy. Absolutely love the way he does his breaks, and they're evenly priced. You say stuff like that, it is going to do way more for me than it would ever do me just trying to tell somebody. Because if I just tell somebody, they're like, oh, it's another breaker trying to make money. If you tell people, it carries a lot more weight. Because you're the one spending the money to be in the breaks, and if you're enjoying it and people see that, they're going to want to take part too, especially if they feel like I'm evenly priced or a lot like, I mean, some of these Facebook groups that I'm in, I see people talking shit constantly about breakers and saying these guys are awful, or these guys are awful, or I don't participate in breaks anymore because it costs way too much money. And I see people post breaks and I add it up and I'm like, that dude just charged $1,000 more than what the box cost. I mean, I see that and I want to be like, yo, everybody out there that's paying all this money, why don't you come try Headliner Breaks for a couple of breaks and see if you like it? Like I said, I charged everybody $75 a spot for this break. For 16 spots, that's $1,200 total. I paid, now that I think I paid just under $1,100. I think it was like $10.95 is what I paid. So typically I paid $10.95 for the box. Let's just call it $1,100 even. After I get done shipping these cards, I probably, per break, depending on how many people get into it, it costs me anywhere between $45 and $100 because, again, it depends on how many people get into it, where they live. Did anybody double up so I don't have to send 16 packages? I only have to send 10 or something like that. When all of that goes into it, I'm probably going to have another $50 in shipping. I've used top loaders. I've used penny sleeves. I've used shipping labels. I've used shipping packages. So, I mean, I'm going to be lucky if I broke even on this box. To be honest, when you add it all up, I'm going to be lucky if I broke even. But I wanted to do it. So I'm like, I'll take the risk. I'll take the risk and get the Prizm box. But then somebody charges like $1,000 over what the box costs, and I'm like, holy crap. It's crazy. But again, I like everybody that's out there supporting. I just invited. So Brett's the reason I just had to stop and accept like 11 people to the Facebook page. Brett, I appreciate you. But Brett's another guy. Brett's been doing breaks for a while. Brett doesn't do them as consistently as some of you, which is fine. That's not that big of a deal. But Brett's always a guy that I'm like, I know if this makes it over to Facebook, Brett's probably going to have some interest in it. And that's what I want to build is I want to build a large group of people that maybe they don't participate in every single break, but they're going to participate, you know, every 3 breaks or every 4 breaks. Okay? That's what we need. We need a large group like that. I need a large group of Bretts. I don't need a large group of Anthonys that buy 3 spots a break every break. Anthony, I'm joking. I'm sorry. I had to mess with you there, okay? That's the memory. Oh, Anthony, you want a memory? Here, hold on a second, Anthony. So Anthony sent Jake and I... Oh, I closed it. I'll have to rip it open. I'll just get a new one. Anthony sent Jake and I a bunch of cards. Like with our logo and us on them and stuff like that. That we could use for a bunch of different stuff. Anthony sent them to us and was like, hey, I just want to do this for you guys. I thought these were cool when I saw them. But if I send them to you, you have to sign one and send it to me. And I want the only one. And I said, deal. So Anthony will have the only one of one Jake and Kyle, the Fantasy Headliners autographed cards. Anthony, there's your memory that you wanted me to make for you. Boom, right there. Jake and Kyle, on card, autograph, one of one. The only one that you can find. They'll be coming with your pack. Ben, that was super funny when I watched that one guy break and I saw your name pop up on the screen. I was like, is that Ben? Is that Ben? That was funny. I laughed. But yeah, I mean, you know, like I wanted to keep everybody up to date. I think one of the things we do this with all the channels is we're very transparent about everything that goes on and what we do. And I think that's what sets us apart from other people. I told you to sign the kid report. That's right, Anthony. Yep, that's right. You've gotten a lot of cards since then. You didn't get anything in those first couple of breaks, but you've gotten some stuff since then for sure. But I think that's something that sets us apart. But I think when it comes to the card market, I think that's something that absolutely will set us apart from other people, because people in the card game are not transparent. They're just not. Whether it's you believe they're getting fed influencer boxes because they have a larger following, whether they're charging way more than what they should be and they're lying about what they're taking home and what they're not taking home, whether it's doing repacks and not. I've got some cool like repacking ideas that I would love to do, but I can't because again, we don't have a big enough crew. I've got like some rip and ship ideas that I want to do, but I can't because we don't have a large enough crew right now. I've got a lot of really cool ideas for what we could do in this side of the industry, and I would love to see that come to fruition. And I'm just gonna keep grinding at it, because that was the one thing I did with the fantasy headliners, right? I wanted to see that grow into something, and so did Jake, obviously. And look, I've grinded my butt off. I stayed with it. I stayed passionate, and now I get to do it as my full-time job. So, it's the same thing. It's the same thing with this. Like, if I want to see it succeed, and I want to see it become something that's bigger than it is right now, then I'm just gonna have to keep working hard at it, and keep trying. If the prices have to be lower right now, and I barely have to break even on some boxes, because heck, that's just what we want to, that's what I need to do to keep guys in, then I'll do that. Then I'll do that if I need to. And then hopefully when we get to a point where we get more people interested and they're excited and they want to participate, then, then at that point we look at it and we say, okay, maybe I can make a little bit extra per box right now. And again, that's a fun that is a Kyle fun, because again, it's my money. It's my family's money. And then hopefully we get to a point where headliner breaks can become, a full-fledged entity underneath the headliner productions category, like our entire business now. And it's something that sustains itself. It's a business that sustains itself, so then I don't have to worry about losing my money anymore. Or I don't have to worry about, oh man, I only have so much in PayPal. I mean, I think I told you guys a couple of breaks ago, like I was paying really close attention to prices, because we had to buy a new water heater. My son had to go to the ER, busted his chin open, freaking weirdo, running around the playground with his head in the air, ran into the basketball hoop. We had to take him. That was a $3,000 bill for the ER to get stitches. I was like, what? Have to replace a water heater. But the water heater that they put in my house is a special kind of water heater, so it costs $1,000 more, because it's got what they call like an express pump on top. It's a water heater that typically would be used in basements to make sure that it is pumping like carbon monoxide out. But I have the water heater in my garage, and the water heater people were like, why did the builders put this in here? This is not a water heater that goes in the garage. This would be for a basement. So I have to pay $1,000 more for that. So that's going to be $3,500 that I have to cover. I have to pay an extremely large tax bill very soon. Okay. Just so you all know, I'll be transparent about this. I haven't put in I've done everything right now except all my write-offs, and I owe $18,000 as of right now. That number is going to come down, but I'm still going to owe something, because I don't have taxes taken out, paid throughout the year. I pay all my taxes at the end of the year, because that's just how, like, we run the payments and stuff here, which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. So, like, I'm going to have a big payment coming up for that. So, like, I'm, like, paying, like, really close attention to cards right now, because I'm like, holy shit. Like, if I need to dip into that, because, again, it's my money. It's not business money. If I need to get that money, it's got to be there for me. And if I've got to use it, I'm going to like, guys, it's going to be a while before we can do breaks, or you guys are going to have to prepay for a box. And then on top of that, and see, too, one thing I started doing last year is I started investing. My dad started doing this a while back and has just absolutely killed it. Like, when he retired, he took like his 401k and everything, and he went to an investment firm, and he gave them everything, and he said, go to work for me. And they've done an incredible job for him. I mean, it's insane what they've done for him. The guy that we work with, Sean, is just, the dude knows what he's talking about. And then I was like, hey man, like, I want to start doing it. So I started investing. Like, I took a bunch, like, when I left not my job that I was at last, but the one before, like I was paying into retirement and they were matching it for so long, I actually pulled all that money and I gave it to him and I said, go to work with it. That's probably the smartest thing I've ever done in my entire life. And I learned that from my dad. Like, him doing that it set me up where I never would have even thought about it. So investing has been really, really good. So I'm, when I talk about like I have all these payments and stuff, you guys don't have to feel bad for me and think that I'm poor or anything like that. I've got it covered. Okay. We'll be just fine, but I know, like, if things were to, like, if a bunch of things were to go wrong and I'm like, shit, I gotta pay for all this, life comes up. We all know that. I might have to grab the money out of the card fund and I'm like, sorry guys, we can't do it right now. And maybe it doesn't I don't know, but that's why I want to build this. And that's all to kind of go back to the same point. Let's build this. Let's work together. You guys are absolutely insane with all of your support and coming here and buying into breaks and being so generous. And, if you have that extra fund money, using it through headliner breaks. I mean, that's absolutely insane that you guys would be willing to do that. And I thank you so much for allowing me to do these things for you. It does, Bob. It does suck. There's some fun parts to it, but not all of it is fun. But you guys have been super freaking generous with all of that. So I feel like I even feel bad, like, asking you all to help me, but that's what this entire conversation we've had tonight is about. It's about me saying to you all, I have to ask for another favor, and my favor is that we find a way to keep growing this. How do we keep growing this? Share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with colleagues, share it with people at the bar that you hear talking about football. Okay? I mean, just share away, tell people, get the word out. If you're in other, don't go to Breakers Breaks and say, you suck, go to hell. Don't do that, because you're going to get me in trouble. But if you're in Facebook groups or in other Discords or stuff like that, where people talk about cards, if somebody talks about break, give us a good, give a good word about us. Tell people the job that we're doing here, that we're affordable. You love the energy and the passion. Kyle really gets into it. He pulls, somehow or another, he's been gifted with extremely generous hands because he pulls some nasty cards. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Anthony, it's not that bad. That's not what the story was about. That I was trying to relay to you guys that maybe didn't realize how the financials worked with headliner breaks, that I'm paying with my own money to do these things. So I would like it to get to the point where I'm not having to worry about, I'm not going to be able to get a break because I had to take X amount of money out of my card fund to do something else. Okay. That's not at all what that was about. So that was just me explaining to you guys the financials and being transparent about why I'm asking for your help and getting the word out and continuing to push people to headliner breaks. I am not in trouble. Okay. I've got more than enough money to do what I need to do. And if you know what, if that doesn't happen, then I'm calling Papa Rich, and Papa Rich is just going to have to be like, Kyle, let's figure this out together. I don't need a GoFundMe. This is not a charity case. I'm not asking for extra money. I don't need any money. I just want to keep doing breaks at a fair price for you all. That's it. That's all I want out of this. That is it. Again, I think I've expressed that enough tonight. I am not in this to make money. Okay? I'm not. I also love that I come in here and see the same people from other groups, Feather Nation. Some people game, some people talking Dynasty. You all know each other and come back. It's amazing. Yeah. Oh, of course. Yeah, that's a big part of it. That's a big part of it. Is the community that we've grown here. But it's not just Jake and I growing a community. It's you guys wanting to be a part of it. I mean, we can only do so much. We get behind a camera and a microphone and we talk and we try to just be ourselves. We just try to be ourselves. That's it. That's it. Y'all are the ones that seem to like us for one reason or another. But y'all choose to stay, and you all get along with each other. We can't do that. That's you guys. Wish you give... Yeah, that's another thing, too. I need to get this channel to 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize the channel. It won't make much right away, but it will be something. We're gonna be good though. I think things will continue to grow here. I think we have fun ideas. I think we have creative ideas. I think we have exciting ideas. You guys see it on the main channel every single day, our passion and what we're wanting to do. And it carries over to this, whether it's this or Headliner Gaming or the podcast or anything like that. I think you all get to see the true us every single time. There's nobody hiding behind this camera. When this camera shuts off, I'm not somebody different. When this microphone goes off, I'm not different. I have come to terms with who I am as a person. And you know who I am? I love to have fun. I love to get uber excited about things, sometimes over the top, too much. And yes, I'm a little bit of an asshole, but I'm only an asshole to the people who are an asshole to me. You treat me poorly, I will fight back. I've spent way too much of my life being pushed around when I was younger. I'm not in that anymore. You want to try and bully me? I'm not. It's not happening. Okay. So yeah, there's a lot of people out there that they don't like me because of the way I respond to them. Some guy today on YouTube got super shitty with me because he said I was treating him poorly because how I responded to him. And it was basically because I told him, hey, just because you live in Cincinnati doesn't mean you work in the front office, because he had a condescending comment to me about releasing Joe Mixon. And I was like, well, we don't know that's going to happen. And he was like, I live in Cincinnati. We all know it. I was like, no, come on. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Then he called me Pedo Kyle, and then we blocked him. Again, when the camera I'm the same exact person when the camera shuts off. There is nothing different about me. You ask Taylor and you ask Jake. I am the same exact person that is out in public. It is. And I think that's why we have something special here, is because that's what we choose to be. We don't choose to be anybody other than ourselves. And ourselves can be rough around the edges sometimes, and ourselves are not perfect by any means. And we don't want anyone to even consider that we are. But we're passionate. We work hard. We play hard. And we grow hard. I knew as I was saying that what that sounded like. I knew how that was coming out. And I was like, I can't not say this. Yeah, Casey has hung out with us for 3 days, 2 separate occasions now. Brett wants a Madden rematch. Okay. Doc, Ethan is fake. If you meet Ethan in person, he is a smug little shit. Just like any doctor. For sure, Jamie. For sure. Manscaped. Good Manscaped plug there, right? Willing to spend anything on a break. I'll turn into lit Nick of the Breaks channel. Oh my gosh. Where's Nick at? Why isn't he here? April 2nd, so my schedule is going to get wild. Okay. Hey, Ben, if you can make it work, awesome. If you can't, obviously that's no issue whatsoever. We are going to do a meetup in KC that's Saturday. First night of the draft is Thursday, then Friday. So Saturday during the day, we're going to do a meetup at the park that's right next to where the draft is. I know, like, for those of you that watch the gaming channel, when you see me game with Supreme and his family, and some buddies are going to make the drive out to KC. We believe that there's going to be a couple of other people as well that are coming. But like we legit like want to hang out with you guys. Like, I don't know too many YouTubers that are like, I want to hang out with our crowd. I do, as long as none of you try to touch me like in a weird way without my permission. Like Casey's a lot. Like, I've given Casey perma permission. He can touch me any way he wants to. Jamie, I appreciate that. Thank you. But yeah, I mean, we want to legit hang out with you guys. You know, we want to do meetups. We want to do tailgates. That's something that we're thinking about doing as well. A potential tailgate at the Carolina Panthers game week 1. I mean, we would like to do something where we do a meetup at a football game and we give away tickets to like a few members of the meetup, and they can go to the game with us and hang out during the game. Like, that's stuff that we want. Like, we genuinely want to do that. Like, this is like me wanting to be friends with you guys. Anthony, I have never said that he is a fake doctor. I have never said that. In fact, the people who have called him a fake doctor, I have literally got myself banned from Twitter for 3 days because I got so pissed off about it. I've never said he's a fake doctor. I will go after anybody that says he is. But yeah, like, I legit I love gaming with you guys. Like, Supreme and Hit, like, I don't even remember like how I started gaming with Supreme. But Josh and I started gaming together. Josh and I chat on freaking Facebook like several times a week. Like, Josh has become, I don't want to say, I've actually like feel like I've become a part of his family. Like, his dad, Papa Parsons, like, I always joke with him and stuff like that. And Tucker and everybody else, Lee, Zach, Tristan, like, those were people that were supporters of ours that like I legit have formed like a relationship with. Like, Casey has hung out with us twice now at the Fantasy Football Expo, and like, Casey's my boy. Like, Casey and I have met twice. I have never in my life met Lit Nick in person, and Lit Nick maybe one of the people I speak to the most during any given week because we play games. Nate's the same way. Milky Love Drops. If you see him in Twitter, if you see him in Discord, he's the same way. Trey and I are always gaming together. For those of us in the chat, like, I'm always talking, you know, in the chat, talking with Anthony, talking with Ben. Ben and I have talked quite a bit, for sure. David Dennison and I the other day. David, I don't mean to like shout your business out. David and I spent a very long conversation talking about Lamar Jackson cards, and it ended with him saying, well, the card I really want is on eBay, but I don't have an eBay. And I was like, I'll like if you want to pay me, I'll get it for you. So I put the offer in, got the card, he paid me, the card's being shipped to me, and I'm going to ship it to him. Like, those are the relationships that I've like formed with this community. Like, one of the coolest moments of my life is like getting recognized in public. Like, it's just absolutely insane to get recognized by somebody. We got recognized a couple of times at the Combine. At the Tigers game, my dad and I went to opening day this past year, and David, you're more than welcome, for sure, man. It was my pleasure. I was in the middle of talking and then I saw Casey's comment pop up. Jeez. Oh my God. Like in the 7th inning stretch, I was standing up and I felt a tap on my shoulder and the lady was like, "You're Kyle, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "Kyle from the Fantasy Headliners." I knew it. And she looked to her husband and she's like, "I told you it was him." And he was like, he was like, "I didn't know if we should bother you or not." And I was like, "This is not like," I was like, "You are not bothering me." I was like, "What's your names?" I shook their hand. Like, they thanked me for everything. And I was like, no. I need to thank you. Because it was an awesome opening day. It was the first time my dad and I have ever done opening day. For all the Tigers games that we've ever gone to, we never got to do opening day. So our first opening day, Tigers got like a huge walk-off win. And them recognizing me in public and coming up to me and thanking me was like the highlight of my day. Let me get a quick drink. Also, if you haven't heard the story, I stole this from a player in Indianapolis. These were only handed out to players in Indianapolis, and I may or may not have stolen it. No one will ever know the truth, but it's freaking awesome. This Yeti thermos that says NFL Combine on it. Insane. I don't know if you guys want that story right now or what. I also have a Spencer Torkelson card that is ending on eBay here in a couple of minutes that I do not want to miss out on. It actually ends in 1 minute. So I'm trying to keep an eye on that so I don't miss it. But yeah. This conversation went a lot longer and a lot deeper than I ever anticipated. So for those of you that are still hanging out, I appreciate it. I did not. This card ends in 1 minute and 23 seconds. I'm the high bidder at $25. It's at $13.50 right now. We'll see if it goes up anymore. Oh, yeah. Like a shoulder punch, Anthony. Like this is the only reason I get to make money. So you can't mess up the moneymaker. All right, we're under a minute. $13.50 is the high bid. Or is the current bid. I'm at 25 is the max bid. I'm not telling you guys what card, though, because someone's going to go, Jamie Forehead kisses. 45 seconds. Come on this emotional journey of eBay with me as we try to win this Spencer Torkelson card. $13.50 still. We're at 30 seconds. Let's see if we can win this. A 2020 Bowman Draft. Chrome Sapphire Edition. Spencer Torkelson. First Bowman. Mint 9 through PSA. 10 seconds left. High bidder still $13.50. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Did we win? Did we win? Spencer Torkelson, PSA 9, first Bowman, Sapphire Chrome, or Chrome Sapphire. It's refreshing. If I lost it, I'm going to punch something. We got it for $13.50. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. Just added this card right here. I think Torkelson and Riley Green for the Tigers are going to have huge years. And I was like, you know what?
I'm going to get a couple of cards. What is this guy doing? This guy sent me an offer. He's got a Riley Green, Gem Mint, Chrome Sapphire Blue, first Bowman. He has it on here for $14.99. He sent me an offer of $11.99. I'm going to just go ahead and decline that. I'm not going to be buying any $1,300 cards. Let's just hit that decline button real quick. Beautiful card, not for me. I bought, so similar, also out of Sapphire, I bought this card last night. Riley Green for the Tigers, you guys can't really see it. Okay, when he was drafted, I fell in love with this kid. I think he is going to be very, very good. And I should have invested sooner, and I didn't. But I really want to do a Bowman draft rainbow of him. But his cards are so freaking expensive. And if he has the year that I think he's going to have. I have found that with baseball is way more expensive than football to try and buy singles of. Especially the rookies. Like, if you're going to invest in a sport, baseball might be the best sport to flip early in guys' careers. I mean, it's some of these minor leaguers that were like top 10 picks, top 25 picks, even just first round picks. Guys that are signing out of the Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico or places like that. Like, when these guys get to the minor leagues, if they get touted as like a top 100 prospect, you can flip their cards for some insane money. Baseball is crazy. Mystery pack game came into a stream at perfect time with only 4 packs left, and the chaser was a 1/1 Joe Burrow Shield National. Ooh, that is sick. That's a nice one, Jamie, for sure. Is it a rookie? It's not a 2020, is it? What up, Donovan? What up, baby? Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, not a rookie. That's all right. I mean, that's still second year. You paid $100 for a spot. I mean, you could flip that card for... I would assume you could probably flip that card for like $500. I would be shocked if you didn't. Speaking of one-of-ones, if Mac Jones could have a huge year this year, I would really like to get rid of this. I would really love to get rid of this card. When it was first pulled, I thought I was in for a $50,000 payday. And then Casey destroyed my hopes by showing me comps of other similar cards. And then I found out that the packs these were pulled out of, the Panini Gold VIP packs from 2021, had multiple one-of-one variations of Mac Jones, like 4 of them. When I found that out, I was like, all right, well, maybe 10,000. And then he got hurt. And I got an offer. Listen, I got an offer. I sent this to Golden Auctions. When Golden Auctions took this card, he told me that he could sell it for $8,000. It didn't get one freaking bid on it because they didn't promote it at all. They had like 15 big card Mac Jones going at the same time. He didn't tell me any of that. So when it didn't even get one bid and sell, I emailed him and I said, what is going on with this? He's like, well, we can put it in our vault and we can try and sell it again. In a live stream, I mentioned the card. Somebody in the live stream said, I want that card. How much would you want for it? And I said, I would love to get $6,000 for it. Because again, I went from like 50 to 10 down to 6. I was like, if you're really that interested in it, message me on Twitter. He sent me a message on Twitter. Kyle, I want that card. Okay. Are you sure? Because I'm going to have to pay Golden to get the card back. Because Golden doesn't charge you up front to have it graded. They have the card graded, and then they put it up for auction, and then they take the grading fee out of the card. But if I wanted the card back, I had to pay the grading fee. Do you know how much it costs to grade a card that you believe is $8,000 or more? So I told him, I said, if I get that card back from auction, I have to know that you're in, because I'm going to have to pay to get it back. He said, I'm in. I said, all right, let me find out. Talked to Golden. Golden said that they would send it back to me, even though they didn't want to. They wanted to keep it because they wanted to sell it. I got squared up with Golden. I told him what it was going to be. I messaged the guy that wanted to buy it, and I said, this is how much it's going to cost for me to get the card back. I need to know that you're in. And I said, and as soon as I have it, you pay me, and I will send it to you overnight with signature and insurance, and I will cover that part. I was like, you just buy the card. I'll cover the shipping. He said, deal. Golden overnighted me the card, which I also had to pay for. I get the card. I message the guy, and he blocked me on Twitter. And I thought to myself, I messaged Jake. And I said, the dude that was going to buy my Mac Jones that gave me a $6,000 offer has blocked me on Twitter. And Jake was like, there's no way. It must have been an accident. So Jake messaged him and said, hey, man, Kyle's trying to get a hold of you, but you blocked him on Twitter. Can you unblock him so you can square away what you owe for the card so he can get it shipped to you? 5 minutes later, Jake was blocked. And now I'm stuck with the card. You know what I want for the card? I want $3,000. If someone offered me $3,000 for this card right now, I would sell it. I would sell this card for $3,000 in a heartbeat. I'd walk away from it because I'm tired of waiting on it. If Mac Jones comes back and has a huge year, yeah, you're looking at $8,000 plus. I don't even care. I don't even care. I want the card gone. If you know any Mac Jones or New England Patriots collectors that would be willing to pay $3,000 for this card, you let me know. You know what? If they were to negotiate with me, I probably would let it go for less. I want the card gone. If you know anybody out there, let them know I'm willing to sell this so I can just get rid of it. This card has been one of the biggest roller coasters of my life. Okay. I thought that I pulled this card right after the 1-of-1 Black Finite Prizm Mac Jones was pulled that sold for $100,000. What did you think my emotions were when I pulled this card? And now look where I'm at. It's a beautiful card. Cards a 9, autos a 10, 1 of 1, Mac Jones, zebra print. Heck, if 3 people want to send me $1,000 each, y'all can just share the card. Oh, man. I was not anticipating being long or live for this long tonight, but I've appreciated hanging out with you guys. You might be able to get some eyes in card Discord. Someone I follow on Twitter has one, and a lot of people make big deals. I mean, I might, Donovan, I don't even... The problem is I have to find the right buyer right now, and I don't know if I can find the right buyer. I've posted first month with it. Yeah, it's... I have to find the right buyer for it. I'm about ready to put a post that says, offers welcome. But don't be stupid, because if I get a $12 offer, Casey, I'm going to decline it. The problem is the problem is the person that buys the card right now is buying it as an investment piece. They're buying it because they know that Mac Jones is going to turn it around, and in a few months, they're going to be able to get rid of that card for double what they paid for it. They're going to make $3,000 off the card for the next 3,000 days. So, I mean, if you went 30 plus TDs, let's say maybe not an MVP contender, but maybe just kind of in the conversation, went back to the playoffs, I'm sure I could sell that card in season for $3K, if not more. But like I said, I'm tired of it because I was expecting so much more that I'm willing to take the low offer at this point to just unload it. Because I would rather in a few months say, damn, I missed out on a few $1,000s than have Mac Jones get hurt again and have Bailey Zappi be the starter and be like, son of a bitch, this card is going to sit here the rest of my life and laugh at me and mock me. I can't do that. I can't take those chances. It would hurt too much. It's a PSA 9. The autograph is a 10, Anthony. PSA 9, the autograph is a 10. So, I mean, it is what, and that's why, Donovan, it would be so, like, posting it all over the place would be really difficult because it's going to take a very unique buyer. It's going to take somebody that is willing to say, okay, I'm going to invest. I have the money to invest in this. It's going to take a unique buyer right now. That's what's going to make it tough. I'll just have to play it out. They got Juju. I think Bill O'Brien is going to be a big help for them. Bill O'Brien is a sucky GM, but he knows offenses and he knows quarterbacks. He's worked with very, very good quarterbacks in his career. Oh, Ben, I don't know if I can handle sad. $2 a day for 1,500 days. Listen. No. No to both of those. I mean, if someone were to say, obviously it would have to be a trusting thing, but if someone were to say, hey, I'll give you $1,500 now and I'll give you $1,500 next month, I wouldn't ship the card. They wouldn't be, I wouldn't let them hold the card. They would have to trust me, but I would be like, they have a certain section for $1 cards. Sent a link to you. Okay, Donovan, I'll check it out. I'll check it out for sure.
Can you send me a message? Because I don't... Dude, I have so many messages in Facebook Messenger because I've done so many deals for cards on Facebook that I don't know. Can I get your all's opinion on something too? Oh, Ben. Oh. That's way worse. Oh my gosh. Yikes. Yeah, base set Charizard. Oh. Yeah, Jamie sent a message to you. Hey, I just got it. I see it now. Thank you. All right, no, I want real opinions on this. I want to know what you all think of this, okay? I want to know your thoughts, okay? So normally in these Facebook groups, when somebody is selling a card and somebody shows interest in a card, okay, there's kind of an agreement that the card will not be sold if someone comes in on the backside. So let me explain. Somebody posted, no worries, Jamie, I appreciate it. So somebody posted a couple of Tiger cards today. And I checked with Papa Rich. I messaged the guy and on the post, I said, "Hey, could you confirm, is it 150 for the pair?" Or it was like 130 for the pair. I was like, "Is it 130 for the pair or 130 each?" And he responded and he said 130 each. And I said, "Is the Cabrera," because it was a Miguel Cabrera and a Casey Mize. I said, "Is the Miguel Cabrera numbered?" And he said no. And then I asked something else. I asked like what year they were just to verify if they were 2022, and he said 2022. So I had asked all these questions. So then I messaged Papa Rich and I said, "Hey, here are the cards. Here's what he's asking. I might be able to get it for a little bit less. Do you have these?" So then him and I exchanged a few text messages. Well, in the meantime, in like a 15-minute span, somebody came onto the thread as well and said, "Do you ship to the UK?" He said no. He said, "Well, why not? It's basically the same price." He said, "Well, why don't you send me a PM? If you really want the cards, I'll ship them to you." He said, "Okay." Sent you the PM. He said, "Okay, sold." In a matter of 15 minutes, after I had already been working on it, trying to get like information on the cards and see if Papa Rich needed them. So when I came back to the thread and I saw that he had sold the cards, I replied and I said, "Hey man, really couldn't even give me a chance to say yes or no?" And he responded back and he said, "Sorry, he already sent the payment." And I said, I'll tell you exactly what I said. I was shitty about it. Because in those instances, in those card groups, a lot of times what will happen is that if somebody's actively engaging in a conversation with the cards, they won't sell them right away. Again, it was like 15 minutes from the time I asked a question, or from the time I asked my last question, till the time he sold the cards. So I responded to him and I said, he goes, "I'm sorry, but you never made," oh wait, no, hold on a second. That wasn't it. I said, "Dang man, didn't even give me a chance to say yes or no." He said, "Sorry." He said that he wanted them and paid. And I replied and I said, "Normally when someone shows a strong interest and is asking questions like I did, you wait for a response. That's pretty poor etiquette." And he goes, "I'm sorry, do you collect any certain players?" And I said, "I won't be doing any business with you moving forward. Have a good night." Because I won't. I'm not going to do that.
You knew that I was actively engaging with you. You didn't even give me 15 minutes or respond to me and say, hey, man, this guy wants these cards. Do you want them or not? And give me a half an hour. So somebody else responded back, and they were super shitty about it. I just blocked them right away because they were being an asshole. And he goes, I'm sorry, but you never made an offer. If you did, I would have told him I had a pending offer. I said I asked several questions and had obviously shown a strong interest in the cards, including asking you to verify price. What you had to do, or you did what you had to do. I'm choosing not to do business with you in the future. I've been doing this a while. 99% of the groups I'm in, people would form a line for the card, and you chose to skip that. Do business how you see fit. I'll do it my way. I've moved on with my night. Y'all should do the same. That was my exact. So am I in the wrong for being frustrated that I asked engaging questions on these cards several times, and then in 15 minutes you sold them to somebody else? People were telling me I was in the wrong, and I'm like, wait a second, this is not how I've seen it done in other groups. Like in other groups, I wouldn't have done it. I've had that happen before, where I've had somebody interested in a card, somebody else has said, I'd like to buy this, and I've told them, I said, well, so-and-so has already said that they would like it, or they're interested in it. I was like, if they pass, then you're up next. I mean, I didn't think I was in the wrong, but apparently I was, according to a couple of different people who told me I must have the brain cells of a 5-year-old or something like that. That was the guy I blocked. I don't know exactly what he said, but it was something like that. But I was like, but yeah, like you didn't even get, like if I ghost you for a couple of hours and I'm just non-responsive to you, then do what you need to do. But you gave me like 15 minutes. Calm down. So yeah, I don't think, and like I wasn't like shitty with him or anything. The funny thing was when I told him to move on with his night, he was snarky back and he said, I already have. I'm sipping a beer and I'm $130 richer. And I wanted to be like, no, you're not, because you have to pay for shipping to the UK, which is at least going to be $15, if not more expensive, if you don't have your own shipping information. Like for me, I use a shipping system, so I actually get discounts on shipping. If you just walk into a UPS store or USPS, it's going to cost you at least 1.5 times what it costs me. So you didn't walk away with $130. You could have taken $130 from me, paid $5 for shipping, and walked away from $125. You might be $110, maybe $100 richer. I wanted to tell him that, but I didn't. I just, when he said that, I said that sounds nice. Focus on that and not me, and we'll all be a lot happier. He didn't respond after that. I bet he drinks Busch Light. He probably does, if I had to guess. Honestly, he was probably drinking a non-alcoholic beverage. Yeah, Casey, see, I do that. I do that. And even when I've posted cards before, if someone's asking me questions, and normally too, like even I do it, like if I see a card and somebody has said below it, like, I'm interested in this, I will respond and I'll say, if he passes, I would be interested, and then I wait for either of those people to respond to me. And normally what will happen is the interested party will say, yep, I'm buying it, and I'll be like, okay. Or he'll say, yeah, I'm passing, and I'll be like, okay, I would like to purchase them. I've done that before. Listen, Casey, it's not the same thing, okay? I don't walk around drinking non-alcoholic and think I'm cool with $130 in my pocket. I'm sorry, $110 in my pocket. It is what it is. It's just fine. I just wanted to make sure I didn't feel like I was on the wrong. I can, like Casey said, I can see his side. Maybe he was desperate for money and he just had to get rid of them. And maybe he couldn't wait on me. That's fine. I said my piece.
If I see him post, I won't do business with him, because I won't do business with people like that. Because I'm not going to do, like, I'm not going to be, I don't like it when people rush me into a deal. Like, if you want to talk shop and we want to try and talk about a price, give me time to do a little research and figure it out. And as long as we're actively engaging in that conversation, give me the time. If you're going to give me a time limit and say you got 30 minutes to give me an answer, I'm not going to do business with you. I'm not going to be rushed to making a bad deal. Like, that's not going to happen. I blocked somebody on Facebook the other day because I think for those of you in Discord, you might have seen me post it. So I posted my Derrick Henry card, another card I need to try and sell. Okay. My 1 of 5 Derrick Henry. Okay. The 1 of 3 Derrick Henry sold for $350 last month. I'm asking for $300. 1 of 5. We got a piece of a glove. We got a piece of a jersey or pants. This over here is like a piece of the jersey, but it's like the hard part of the jersey, not the fabric. It's like off the logo or something. And then we've got laundry tag here. This is a sick card, okay? I'm asking for $300 for it. That I actually ended up telling the guy I would do $280. I want to sell this card, okay? I want to move on from this thing. I've got some other stuff I'd like to do. I need to sell this to do it, okay? I want to sell that card for $300. I posted it in the group. I was going to line the card, 10 spots, $30 a spot. No, 30 spots, $10 a spot. Excuse me. 30 spots, $10 a spot. I get my $300. Okay? I get my $300 and we move on from it. The guy messaged me, like on Facebook, he posted, what would it cost? This is out of Panini 1. Out of 2021 Panini 1, gold quad patch auto, Derrick Henry, number 1 of 5 on card autograph. So he responded, what would you sell the card for outright? So I said, send me a message and we can discuss it. He said, I'm a huge Henry collector. What would you want for the card? I said, $300 is what I want to get for the card. He said, the most I would do is $250, and that's pushing it. I said, okay. I said, I get that. I said, I might be willing to go to $275. And he said, $250 is the most I would do. And I said, okay. I said, I would be out at that. But I did realize, Anthony, son of a bitch. I did realize, however, that a couple of months ago that he had sent me a message as well about a Patrick Mahomes card. It was base optic, so it wasn't colored, it wasn't hollow, or anything like that, okay? It wasn't anything like that. It was just the base optic, 2017 optic rated rookie Patrick Mahomes PSA 9. So I asked him, I said, do you still have the Mahomes by any chance? And he said, yes. I said, okay, let me look at some comps. So here, and I'll read you the message. This is what I said to the guy. So the message I sent him was, I asked him how much he wanted for it. He said that he would give me $300 in trade value, and he wanted $300 in trade value for my Derrick Henry card, which was $50 more than I wanted in cash, but he wanted $200 in cash from me. So he was valuing his Patrick Mahomes card at $500. $300 for the card, $200 in cash. I said, let me think about it. So I did a little bit of research. And then he came back actually after that and said, never mind, it would need to be $230 in cash. So he wanted $230 in cash on top of my Henry card. I said, hey man, so I just checked on the comps through 130 point, and based on the last 10 sales of Patrick Mahomes optic rated rookie PSA 9, all of which happened in March, the average value of that card is $380. His card. I said, so if you want to value my card at $250 instead of $300, I chip in $150 in cash. That brings us to $400 in total value for your Mahomes, which is $20 more than what it could be bought at on eBay right now. Would that work? And he said, no, I do $225 minimum cash. That's the best I can do. I said, after seeing comps, I would be out on it. He said, okay, no problem. And I thought we were good there. What up, Neary? Haven't seen you in a while. Hopefully you're well. Okay. So that's what we backed away from. So again, essentially, the card that he owned has sold on eBay for an average of $380 over the last 10 sales in March. Recent sales, multiple sales. It's not like I'm taking one sale and trying to lowball him. I took the average of 10 freaking sales. Okay. He messaged me today and had the balls to say, I'll do $200 for your Derrick Henry card. I said, $200? I said, you offered me $250 in cash the other day. Why would I sell it to you for $200? His response was, I only have $200 right now. Andy's getting traded. I responded back and I said, come on, dude, that's pretty insulting. And he goes, it's just an offer. Why don't you just try lining it again? Because I had to pull the line down because I didn't fill. So I responded back and said, I'm good. Don't worry about sending me any other offers. And I blocked him. I was like, that's why I hate dealing with people like that in this community. Because they're like, oh, I've been doing this for so many years. I was like, you had the balls to message me and offer me $50 less than 3 days ago just because you think he's getting traded and because that's all you have in your account right now? It's like, hell no. Fuck you. Sorry, F you. Did not mean to let that drop. My bad. Heck no. I just blocked him. I was like, I don't even want a message from this guy again because I wouldn't trust doing business with him. And he was also like, your case is pretty scratched up. I'm like, it's not perfect by any means, but there's no deep gouges. Nothing. It's nothing. It's got normal wear and tear. That's it. I was like, come on. I was like, that is the stupidest thing I ever. And the funny thing is, if he would have went down to 200, he probably would have had to deal with me at the very beginning, but he tried to go back up to 230. Oh, and part of the story I didn't say was, so after I declined the initial offer, I actually went back to him a couple of days later when he said he wanted 230, and I said, I will do 190, which was 40 off what I originally offered him. I was like, I'll do 190. And he said, no, I need 240. I was like, that's $10 more than you said you needed last time. Like, that's just stupid. Like, don't. Yeah, I mean, I really, really want to get 300 out of it. I really do. If someone were to say, I'll give you 280, I would probably sell it. But again, I would like to get 300 for it. I know it's only a $20 difference, but I paid $600 for the box. So every time I lose money, it hurts a little bit more. That was actually a pretty bad ass card to pull. I mean, part of me has wanted to keep it because it's probably the best card I've ever personally pulled. But I don't want to collect Panini 1 anymore, and I don't want to just collect Derrick Henry. So I'd rather sell it and put it towards some cards that I would rather have. So I'm fine with trying to get rid of it now and take the loss. Ben. Ethan, you tell Ethan to shut up. Say Kyle told you to shut up.
Ben, if you wanted to pay $150 now and $150 next month, I would send it to you with the second payment. Yes. Yes, that would. You could pay in installments if you would like to. Now, am I not sending you the card because I don't trust you? No, not at all. But let's say something happens and you were like, Kyle, like, I can't do the second half now. Then you would have to try and send the card back to me and, like, do all that. Whereas if you're like, I can't do it anymore, I would just send you your $150 back. Josh, nothing super crazy. We did end up getting 5 exclusive shimmers instead of 3 or 2. The box was only supposed to come with 2 exclusive shimmers. We got 5. Nothing super crazy. We got a few cards numbered to 30 or less. We got a Terrace Marshall Jr. camo that was 15 or less. We got a really nice Ahmed Green throwback signature that was color match. So that was cool. Nothing crazy. I said the box was like a B. Ben, you let me know. Jamie, if you're still here, I'm going to hold off on sending you a picture of the Derrick Henry card. Ben, I mean, no rush. Just let me know. Let me know in the next few days if you want to do something like that. I'd be down for that. If you wanted to pay in a couple of installments or something like that, that would be cool. I thought the green card was really nice. I thought it was too. All right, I've kept you all here until after 12. How long have we been live? 2 hours and 23 minutes. That's longer than our normal live shows during the season. Not really. About the same. Oh yeah, the Hamilton 3 of 5. The Kyle Hamilton shimmer 3 of 5. I forgot we pulled that too. Yeah, Jamie. So yes, the one that was numbered to 20 sold for $227. You are correct. And the patches aren't anywhere near as nice as this. So that's why, yeah, so that's why I thought 300 was a pretty fair price. Send feet pics. I have socks on right now. Neri. So the only Panini 1 cards I have left. So I have this one left. Again, the one we've been talking about. I'm trying to sell this. Ben, yes, I will send you pictures in Discord after we get done. I have several pictures that I just took of it for other people. So yeah. I also have this DeAndre Swift. This is numbered to 99. RPA, DeAndre Swift. I know his obviously value isn't great right now. I paid $100 for this card. I was looking for like 80 for it. I've come down on this quite a bit because of the injuries. This card I'm trying to sell as well. These 2 cards I actually gave to my son. So my son right now is hunting for super short print or case hits of Aiden Hutchinson. We've tracked down, I think, 7 or 6 for him now. He's got 4 right now, and we just bought 2 more today. But he's trying to sell some of his cards right now because he wants to save his money for an Aiden Hutchinson downtown. And then we're going to send them all off for grading. So he's trying to save his money. And I gave him these 2 cards, and I said, you can have these 2 cards. If we can sell these cards, we will put that into your Aiden Hutchinson fund. So we're trying to sell these 2 cards. Casey, the Jameson Williams cards you bought, those were also ones that I gave to him to sell. So that money is also going into his Aiden Hutchinson fund. And then hold on, I'm trying to find the rest of the cards. Oh, those are Casey's right there, my bad. And then we've got we've got a few different ones. So we've got this Aiden Hutchinson autograph here that he's trying to sell. We have 2 2 element Aiden Hutchinsons, both numbered, that he wants to sell. This die cut blue and red Amon-Ra St. Brown. We got some laser Aiden Hutchinsons in his Michigan jersey. So he like wants to try and sell all of these, and then a couple Hutchinson rookies. He wants to sell all of these so he can put them towards his Aiden Hutchinson fund. So I told him I would try. I told him I would try to get them sold. So we'll see what happens. I posted them a couple different times. Haven't really had any hits on them. But yeah, if we can get those sold, then that will go into his Aiden Hutchinson fund. And then we'll be hunting for a downtown for him, and we'll try to get one of those. So he can add that to his collection. And then, like I said, when he gets that, I told him if he saves up the money from selling the cards, he did not get the downtown yet. That's why he wants to sell the cards. Because if he sells the cards, then we'll put the money towards the downtown. And I told him that I would pay for all the grading. I said, if you want to save up your money to try and buy a downtown, when you get the downtown, I'll pay to have all the cards shipped off for grading, and we'll get them all graded. So, and he's got a few case hits right now. He's got that Crunch Time. We got the Nebula from Mosaic. We bought one of them that comes out of Panini Black, but that one's already graded. That was a 9. So I bought that one pre-graded. One that comes out of XR. We got one of those case hits. What else did we get? We got the case hit that comes out of Elements. And then there's one more. Oh, it was in that picture. So he's got a fairly decent amount of cards right now, but it kind of went from wanting to collect. Oh, and then we have Hollow Heroes out of Illusions, which is a case hit. So we also got that one. But he was kind of looking at like getting every card for a while, just like wanting to collect as much Aiden Hutchinson as possible. And now it's kind of turned towards he wants a little bit more quality over quantity. And I'm like, that's my boy. I love that. So yeah, so that's kind of what he's looking to do. So I know for those of you that pick the Lions in these breaks, if we ever get a case hit of Aiden Hutchinson, I will be 100% knocking on your door to discuss a deal. Appreciate it, Ben. Appreciate it. Hey, thanks for staying for so long, man. Sleep tight. We'll catch you tomorrow. I'll send you those pictures overnight. You can just get back to me tomorrow if you want. But yeah, so those cards, he's trying to sell those cards right now. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if he can sell them or not. The 2 Swifts aren't too bad. They're not too bad. They're nice cards. Everything else is more like insert or base. The Amon-Ra die cut, I don't know for sure. I mean, honestly, for this an entire stack of cards, like I said, I would take like 80 for this. If someone were to offer like 150 for all these in the Gym Mint 10 Hollow DeAndre Swift, like if someone were to say, hey, we'll give you 150, I would probably sell all these for like 150 together. Because the Hutchinson autograph, this autograph right here, is the comps on this are like $40. So this is like 80 here. So like 120 total. Probably another $40 or $50 into this card. And then these 2 Elements cards are probably $5-10 a piece or something like that. Amon-Ra St. Brown, it's not numbered. I do not know what it's a rookie card, so probably $5-10 or something like that. So I mean,
If someone were to say, hey, we'd give you like 150 or something, I'd probably let it go for all that. That's probably a decently fair price. Not a whole lot of room to make money on, but I got like 50 cards I want to get graded, but I never sent anything to PSA. The best thing to do, Anthony, yeah, for bulk grading, yeah, you get a discount, but yeah, you've got to, yeah, like 25 or more. It's like a large bulk discount. So, you'd have to have definitely quite a few cards that you'd want to send in. Yeah, we got him a Hollow Hero already, so he's got one of those. Yeah, the main goal is going to be downtown. Nebula was one of them. Matt sold me a Nebula. So that was awesome for him to do that. Chat, this is probably the end of the evening here. It's been a great night. I mean, this is awesome. Appreciate everybody hanging out. I mean, a grading tutorial. All right, I was going to leave, but if you want me to kind of walk you through this. Here's the thing about grading. I, in no way, shape, or form, am an expert on grading. The biggest thing that you have to do with grading, I wouldn't do a video on it because I would hate for people outside our community to come in and potentially misunderstand a video and have something wrong with it. The biggest thing you have to do in grading is you have to make sure you accurately value your cards. You have to accurately value them, because if you don't, you could end up costing yourself quite a bit of money. This happened to a guy that sent in a bunch of Miguel Cabrera cards, and he undervalued all of them. And he ended up having to pay like an extra $3,000 because he didn't value his cards correctly. And by the time they got done grading, they were like, this is a $200 card. This is a $400 card. You said this was $100, stuff like that. So you have to make sure that you accurately do that. And then the directions on PSA are pretty cut and they're pretty cut and dry. They tell you specifically what you have to do, how you have to send the card, how it has to be packaged, all those things. Depending on the cards you're sending, and normally if you're grading them, they're probably decent. Overnight them. Pay for the overnighting, because the last thing you want to do is for PSA to call you and say, we got an empty box, because one of the postal workers decided to say, they were like, oh, this is going to PSA, let's cut into it. And it happens. That has happened to a lot of people. So, all right, chat. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go get some sleep, just like you all should. Appreciate an awesome evening with me tonight. Thank you so much, everybody. We had a great talk tonight. Talked about a lot of stuff, which is awesome. So, have a great evening. Looking forward to the next break. I'll let you know what that all is. It's going to be a box of Phoenix and a box of first off the line Obsidian. I'll let you know what that's going to be. I think it's 55 a spot. I think that's what I told Briz. I can't remember now. But I'm going to get out of here. So all of you stay safe and healthy. Have a great rest of your evening. Have a great Friday and a potential great weekend if I don't talk to you until then. So peace out, everybody. Stay safe. I'll see you all later. Thanks again.